Okay, so we know that Fatima shown up to Karen's front door to have a discussion. And as I said in my trailer breakdown, my theory is that Fatima's there to request that Karen keep the news of her pregnancy on the DL. I think that is the primary, if only, reason she's there. It's not about Zach. It's not about Karen's babies. It's about her asking, hey, could you just keep my pregnancy between us? Now, I think Karen will do it, but not because she's being kind. But I'm thinking it's one of those situations where look at how Karen has handled other people, assuming Zach is her baby daddy, Zach is her partner, Zach is the father of both of those kids. It's a sign of like irritation and actually, no. His partner is right here, Miss Wilson, and he is the father of one of my two babies. It's exhausting to have to explain it. Imagine, and she's already self-conscious of how she's going to be perceived by other people for being knocked up by two men at once. But the fact that one of the baby daddies has another woman knocked up, that would cause even more, hearsay and gossip, and she doesn't want to be a part of that. I'm thinking Fatima could potentially appeal to Karen's egotistical nature by saying, look, Karen, you're pregnant right now and you're about to pop within the next few weeks. So I think it's best that my pregnancy news be kept on the DL because that way the attention won't be diverted from you. Because, I mean, if nothing else, it's just a situation where the attention will be divided and you are the one who is about to give birth. So after your babies are born and whatnot, once the dust from that is settled, then that's when I can announce my pregnancy. And I think that is probably how this conversation is going to go. Hey, I've been wrong before, so maybe I'm wrong now. But I think this is the cleanest way for this thing to happen. So now that I've mentioned the potential positive outcome of this conversation, let's talk about the negative. Is Karen going to keep her mouth shut for good, or at the slightest sign of being pissed off, she will gossip about it? I want to be completely honest here. This is Karen we are talking about. I would not be surprised if she talks shit behind Fatima's back. I think she'll either talk about it with the other girls, or this woman is so vain and so delusional. I would not be surprised if she goes so far as to assume, you know what? I bet Fatima was jealous of me being pregnant with Zach's baby, and she decided to get knocked up too. She couldn't stand the idea of me. Well, I can't say me being the only woman to have Zach's children because Michael exists, so that's not a point. But it's like, it's bad enough he got that stripper knocked up when we were together, but he got the secretary, Andy's secretary, knocked up too because, okay, I get it. So he couldn't pay enough attention to me when I was pregnant with his kid, but I bet he's going to give Fatima all the attention in the world. The jealousy is going to happen. I mean, keep in mind, the news of the pregnancy sent her into false labor. Yeah, Karen ain't going to let this slide. She is going to be vindictive, and we all know it. I hope that is not the case. I want to hope, but let's be real. For like the 50th time, these two have had a sit down. Oh, I'm cool with you. You're cool with me. But then within the next two episodes, Karen is a bitch again. So, yeah, I just think that Fatima is going to come there respectfully to ask to keep it on the DL. Somebody said that Danny knows because Zach told her during their conversation. That went over my head if he did do it. But yeah, I think that Karen, she's going to gossip. And I feel like somehow, some way, Pam is going to find out. And if Pam finds out, it's like, girl, can you believe that Zach got Karen pregnant and Fatima pregnant at the same time? Who does he think he is? Nick Cannon? Okay, there got to be a Nick Cannon joke in one of these shows at some point. I got to see it. But yeah, I just feel like Karen, it's not going to fly. She's cool 1 second, but no, I mean, well, let me put it this way. Look, you know what? Because I've always been a person who never allowed Karen or Fatima's pregnancy to be an excuse for their behavior. I've always said, hey, if we're being completely honest here, the way Karen has been acting during her pregnancy is not all that different from before. And the same thing with Fatima. So I don't think that's a valid, oh, the hormones and all. I'm like, I mean, yeah, they have their emotional moments, but nothing they have said or done is out of the ordinary compared to how they were pre-pregnant. That's just my opinion. But given how, let me put it this way. No, remember that Fatima has always had a cap on her aggression towards Karen out of concern of, hey, you're pregnant with possibly Zach's child, so I'm sparing you. All I'm saying is, if Karen F's around, she is going to find out. Because if Karen has had those moments of just being completely outlandish and disrespectful with the babies inside of her, imagine a Fatima with no filter, no limit, and not a single F to give. All I'm saying is, Karen can poke the bear, but if the pregnant Fatima lashes out and lets go of that reservation, especially if this is after Karen gives birth, all hell's going to break loose. That's just my opinion. So Karen just better respect Fatima's request and move forward accordingly. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.